All right, so we're upstairs here at our Cape Cod edition. You can hear my voice over these squeaking old floors. We've got a house built in the 1950s, and you saw that historic reclaimed brick on the outside. It's kind of that Williamsburg look that we have a lot of them down here in Richmond, Virginia. Really cute house, but small and just doesn't live the way that most people want to in 2025. So we're going to be trying to keep all that charm and character on the outside, and we're going to be putting a large addition on the back, which is challenging because of the roof line. So I'm tall, I'm 6'4", but you can see I get about halfway over here and I'm hitting. So this is in the 50s when they did a lot of these Cape Cods, the pitch of the roof is really, really low. So it kind of limits on some of that knee wall space that you gain out of a Cape. So our challenge was we have to do a 2-story addition on the back. The clients wanted 9-foot ceilings on the first floor, where we have 8-foot here on the existing first floor. And then the most important thing to me is to keep that roof line underneath the existing ridge, which our architect, Jesse Gemmer, did an amazing job, kind of incorporating all that. But so when you drive by from the exterior, if we do a before and after, you're really not going to be able to tell much of a difference. And that's important. We want this house to retain that character, that charm, and fit with the scale of the neighborhood. But once you come inside, all of a sudden it's going to be really, really expansive. So this is a perfect example of why we need to renovate. So while there's not necessarily a ton of change happening to these 2 existing upstairs bedrooms, we are going to have to do a significant amount of restructuring. So where our new ridge ties in, it's going to have to come down here, and we got to travel all the load path all the way down. But even though that's an extensive amount of work, it gives us the opportunity to come in, and you can see I've got 2 bays here, and we haven't started the demo up here. So this is what you're going to find. Where they got some insulation in. This is a first generation fiberglass. It's really not doing a whole lot. You can see I've got my skip sheathing boards up here. I've got really, really narrow. I've got 2x6 rafters here. So there's just not a lot of space to get any kind of R value. And then we've got the bay next to it that has absolutely no insulation. And this is their bedroom, right? This is an access closet. So by taking all this out and gutting this, we're going to be able to come in here, and for this application, we're going to use closed cell foam, which is going to give us 2 benefits. It's going to help with air sealing, and it's also going to really give a great R value within this limited space. If we were to go back with a batt insulation in this old section, we'd have to further all these ceiling members down so much to get that space required to get the R value, and we wouldn't get the benefits of air sealing. So oftentimes with the Cape Cod, you'll see this kind of hodgepodge. You can picture this angled wall going all the way down to my first floor wall and all the way up to the ridge. And then we have kind of created this flat ceiling and a flat knee wall here. So oftentimes what you'll see, the kind of budget-friendly insulation approach, is to come across that first floor ceiling, up this knee wall, across this under the roof, and then across the flat ceiling, and then the process is repeated on the other side. And what you end up with is a triangular attic space that's uninsulated and a triangular knee wall space all along the front and the rear that is also uninsulated. And it's just too many turns with a batt insulation. You're never gonna air seal that. We've got, storage access doors here. We've got all kinds of, bad air quality, hot air in the summer, freezing cold air in the winter, mixing in this space, and it's just not comfortable. So as charming as this is, this was not a comfortable room to live in. The ductwork was an afterthought. They got what they could in, which was air conditioning only. Then up here, we've got a electric strip baseboard. We've got a cast iron radiator in the other bedroom, cobbled together with some aluminum fin baseboard radiators in the bottom. So, whatever was the initial heating plan of this house, it kind of to me, seems like this was not intended or not fully finished when the house was built, and then was kind of cobbled together over the years as the family grew. Makes total sense, but HVAC wise, it's just not providing a comfortable environment. So by coming back in and really air sealing and closed cell foam where we can, where we have access to, we're gonna try to get this space as close to the air tightness and R value and efficiency of the new space. So that when we come back in with our new systems, we're not asking one system to do two different things. We're asking it to heat and cool spaces that are gonna be capable of encapsulating and maintaining that temperature and that comfort. It's easy to make this addition look beautiful, but it's not going to be comfortable to live in if your existing home is still drafty, cold in the winter, hot in the summer. So we're going to try to work all that stuff out. It's going to be a challenge when this comes down. I think you'll see in some of our future videos how little space we have to achieve this. But we've got some great trade partners that we're partnering with on this one, and they're up for the challenge, and we're gonna get it done.